Morning, guys. Just thought I would share with you all my boondocking experience the other night, and it was a there were some things that happened that I had to make some adjustments to, and apparently that spot that I had chose uh, the other night there in the Siskiyou National Forest. Well, there was a that was just outside of Brookings, Oregon, and there was this massive mega storm that was moving in pretty quickly. And in that spot that I was in, it started just raining, and then the wind started to pick up, and then I could hear some things starting to hit the roof of the camper, and I'm laying in bed. I mean, this was like at about 11 o'clock at night, and I'm laying in bed, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get out of here. My gut's telling me let's get out of here immediately, because the last thing I want to deal with is like a tree coming down and crushing the top of the camper, or even worse, being blocked in and on the road that I was in. So I did proceed to. I left that spot, and another thing that was kind of surprising to me as well. I mentioned that I probably won't see anybody up here. Well, there was two cars that I saw up there at night. There was one that just blew right by and went up the road, and then another one that blew up the road, and then it came back, and it was kind of like kind of coming back, by my camper kind of slow or whatever, so I was kind of like, oh geez, what's going on here, so hey, I'm gonna share all this stuff with you guys. I think it's fun, and I'm prepared to deal with whatever emerges from anything anyways. So I ended up leaving that spot, and I mean the wind was picking up. We're talking, 60-mile-an-hour winds that night. So I ended up backtracking all the way into the town of Brookings, basically looking for a spot, and this was around 11:30 at night. So I chose a well-lit gas station, and I basically just parked in the parking lot. I went into the store, and I just said, "Hey, I'm traveling through town tonight. Is it okay if I stay here for a few hours and overnight?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's cool. No problem. Just don't block the trucks." They had a heavy duty truck commercial fueling station in the back, so he just didn't want to make sure I was interfering with any of that. So that was really cool. It worked out really well. But I'm telling you guys something. The storm was amazing. I mean, I am telling you, I was in the truck camper, and I was a little concerned about getting like blown over almost. I mean, the winds were like pushing probably 60, 70 miles an hour. I talked to the next morning, I talked to a person that worked at the gas station in town, and I asked him, I said, so on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate that storm? And he said it was about a 7. So I was like, wow. So anyways, those are some of the things you have to deal with, but everything worked out well, and the gas station was actually a perfect place to stay. It was well lit, and it's difficult to determine, when people drive by, whoever they may be, the police or whatever, if somebody's in the camper sleeping, or if somebody's in the convenience store doing something. So maybe just another little tip, and I think in the future I will definitely look into gas stations, but I think something like that is going to work out well if it's late at night or early in the morning, and you are passing through. I think that can be a great reason to use a gas station to get a few nights, get a few hours of rest for yourself. So that was one kind of experience that happened, and I needed to adapt to the conditions, to the weather conditions. So anyways, just thought I would share that one with you guys.